So at this point the lighting might be weird because it's about to storm, so
what's new? Welcome! In this video I'm gonna show you how I did this mermaid, siren,
aquatic, marine, like
mermaid look. Of course, I've always wanted to do a mermaid look because who hasn't wanted to be a mermaid at some point or every day? So I figured, oh, why not do one for this is Halloween. Halloween is a perfect excuse to pull out a mermaid look, so
this was meant to be. Also keep an eye out because I have another look that's kind of related to this coming out shortly, so.
I've also always wanted to try the fishnets technique that the internet has been doing 12 ever, and I've never actually tried it. I just assumed it worked because the internet said so and it works for everyone else.
So that's something I just stored in the back of my mind and got to use it now.
The effect that I got is a little bit more subtle scales or whatnot. It's a very very blue, cool toned, metallic-y, iridescent situation.
So this is also a great tutorial for iridescent skin.
And of course I had to throw a bunch of iridescent glitter on it, and I feel like that really pulled it to that mermaid-y level of the magic.
So yeah, like I said, mine came out a little bit more subtle. I think that's something that would work to make all of these shadows and like highlights and whatnot you put on top of the fishnets to really pop and be very vibrant. Would if you like sprayed your face with setting spray first and like had it like kind of damp when you started throwing powders through some stockings onto your face, because then it would really grab onto those pigments. I think that would just maybe work a little bit better, or maybe be a little more heavy-handed.
I still really like the effect that I got because it is very glowy and metallic, iridescent, mystical, kind of subtle. Up close you can tell that there's a bunch of scales and stuff.
But from afar, it just looks kind of bluish, green, teal mint, whatever. Very casually supernatural look.
If you want to see how I did this mermaid look, stay tuned. Alright, so I'm starting off with foundation already applied, and I'm going to go ahead and pull some of this down my neck and a little bit onto my arms because I'm going to throw some shadows and stuff on that later. So I set that, and now I'm going in with the green Primal Colors by NYX. And I'm using this to kind of base out where I want my contours and shadows to be. So yeah, just adding some green to my complexion. Alright, so now I'm going in with Midori by Sugar Pill, and I'm using this just to deepen these contours a little bit, add some more green because this does blend out a little bit smoother. And I'm also kind of roughly contouring the nose and blending that out. I'm being pretty rough with it because I know I'm going to cover it up with a bunch of scales and stuff later. I'm also mapping out this kind of, I guess this would be in place of a crease. This is going to kind of pull up and change the shape a little bit. This is, you know, a thing. If you have brows and you don't shave them off, you can probably work them in and just do whatever you want. I'm also adding a base of this green to add depth to the outer corner of my eye, and I'm kind of blending and winging that out to follow this exaggerated face. And I'm highlighting with a Frosty Lavender Duochrome highlighter, which ended up breaking during this process. Yeah. So then I put on some fishnets on my face, you know, made a casual little mask. I'm on the Run tour, just, you know, pretending I'm Beyonce. And I am taking the blue NYX Primal Colors, and I'm kind of, it's a kind of padding, stippling type of pounce motion, just to kind of try to make sure that the shadows go through the fishnets. And I added that to the darkest part. Now I'm taking Mochi, which is a mint eyeshadow by Sugar Pill Cosmetics, and I'm kind of fading that from the dark blue into this mint. Now I'm putting some of this purple eyeshadow into the deepest parts of the contours, just to add different colors and try to add more dimension. I wish the amount of color payoff that is there on the fishnets actually transferred through them to my face. I think if maybe I applied them a little bit more heavy-handed, that would have been the case. So keep that in mind. Apply more than maybe what you think because, you know, it depends on blah, 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 blah. So now I'm taking this loose pearl pigment. It's a kind of minty, aqua turquoise, whatever shade by NYX. I don't know the name of it because the sticker on the back with that is no longer there. So yeah, I'm just placing this all over the kind of highlights because it's going to add a sparkly metallic pearl shine, which is going to be really nice and cool and very, you know, aquatic. So now I'm going back in with that same lavender highlighter I did before, and I'm concentrating this on the centers of my actual highlights just to try to add more of this iridescent dimensional glow. Now I'm taking this very fine iridescent glitter by NYX, and I'm using a dampened brush. I'm just spraying it with some setting spray. That makes it easier and cleaner to pick up some glitter and place it onto my face. And I applied the most in the highlights, and then I kind of placed it everywhere just to give some iridescent glitter. Back to the eyes after the reveal of, you know, peeling off those fishnets. I'm going in with that same purple shadow I used before, and I'm using this on the kind of inner corner, blending that about. Mochi is on the center of the lid, and now I'm deepening that same green that I had in the crease kind of outer corner. And that is Midori by Sugar Pill. I'm now highlighting this new brow bone area, I don't know, this place, and also the inner corner with that lavender highlight once again, just to give this glow. And I'm gonna go in with this glittery, sparkle, really cool purple liquid liner that I picked up on a whim when I ordered from Ulta a few months ago, I guess. I don't know. It's actually really cool, and I haven't used it before, but I'm loving it. Now I'm going in with this seafoam green eyeliner on the waterline, and then this purple liner on the outer third, I guess, of the waterline to add dimension and color. And I'm taking that same iridescent glitter and I'm placing this on the center of the lid, and I'm going up pretty far with it, and I'm also taking it into the center of the lash line just to add this iridescent glow and shine and sparkle, and I'm really loving it. I thought the camera was recording, but it wasn't, and I applied a green liquid lipstick by a makeup company, and I'm using this as kind of a lip liner so I can then put on Bunny by ColourPop Cosmetics, and that's just a normal cream lipstick, and I'm using this to stick glitter onto. So I packed a kind of blue holographic glitter, cosmetic glitter I got off Etsy, into the center of the lips, and then I took that same iridescent glitter by NYX Cosmetics and I used a small brush to apply that to the corners, and it creates this cool green glitter gradient, and it's really majestic and really fun. I love the way this lip came out. I then sprayed my face with setting spray. I threw on some lashes, and I pulled some of those same shadows and stuff down the arms and the neck using the same technique. And here we are, the finished product. I actually really like this eye, so this might be something that I do on a day when I'm not being a mermaid, or a fully literal mermaid maybe. So
there's always that.
Also, I really hope you enjoy this video because I accidentally dropped and shattered my favorite lavender highlighter while filming this, and my carpet will never be the same. So the funeral will be held this weekend. Just a second, I have to answer my shell phone. You're welcome for that very good joke.
Also, can you tell that I like put a pearl colored eyeshadow on my mole, so it kind of looked like a pearl?
I don't know what else to say. Mermaids. We come in peace. Subscribe for new videos every Monday. Also, social media grab in the description. Okay, bye.
I gotta get back to the ocean now.